Good day, gentlemen. Hope you're all doing well. It is the 19th of April. We have 3 abnormal skins to chase after today. Yep, it's going to be the end of Easter skins. Starting tomorrow, we're going to return to normal. But, as I have said, we've got these 3 skins right in front of us that we will be buy ordering in about 3 hours' time. 3 hours' time. 3 hours' time from now. So basically, we're going to go ahead and figure out what prices might be good for all of these 3 skins. And then, of course, after that, we're going to figure out what prices might be good for all of the other skins. Now, by default, holiday theme skins don't tend to do very nicely, and you know what, a great example to showcase this is literally last week, the first week of Easter skins. All of them in the negative immediately, except the boonie hat. But yeah, all of them are in the negative at the moment. Not good. Like, this is down by 25, this is down by 33, this is down by 18, this is down by 31. So that's not good, is it? So that's just a quick little perfect visual just to get a good idea of like what to expect with these Easter skins. And we've also got to understand that it's very likely only going to get worse from here on now. All right, so let us begin. Let's start off with the best-selling skin of the week, the Neon Eggs box. So the main point that I wanted to say in regards to this small box is there is a bit of a trend where glow-in-the-dark boxes, small boxes to be precise, do tend to do a whole lot better in the future. Basically, when times are good, the glow-in-the-dark ones tend to rise up in price a lot more comfortably and do a whole lot better in the future, blah, 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 blah. But however, this is also holiday-themed, as you can see, of all the Easter eggs. And, well, as you can see with the likes of this, what else was a fairly Christmassy one? I can't seem to find it. But the point is that if it's very gimmicky for a specific holiday, it's very likely not going to be in demand during the year, when it's obviously not during the time the holiday is currently going on. But if you can remember, just 2 months ago, I was looking at every single small box, and they were all in the positive at one point, every single one of them. So at the very least, I get the feeling this will be going below its retail price. It's pretty much a guarantee. But I don't think it's going to crash and burn. I think this might go as low as about maybe around $1.50. There wasn't that many that sold as well. Only 14,000. But, yeah. I'm going to sit here and say it's probably going to end up at around $1.30 to $1.50. So that means I would suggest offering a price between maybe 90 cents to $1.20. That's going to be my suggestion with this. This is going to be more of a case of buying a skin that's only going to go up in price when it hits post-Christmas time. If that doesn't sound super interesting to you, like if you don't want to buy order a skin that's only going to really make decent profit for not until maybe August time or, well, December, January time, then I just wouldn't bother. And honestly, I wouldn't bother with any of these skins then, because we have to wait a fairly long time to be able to make a decent profit out of any of this. But at the very least, I wouldn't be surprised if you get a fast enough buy order down, you will be buying these for fairly cheap. And of course, when times are good, you can sell them for a very nice profit then. But you know, only if you're one of the fastest people and do buy them for a cheaper price. But anyway, let's talk. So, yeah, we've gone through that one. Let's talk about the Darker Than Dark AK-47. Yes, this is a $3 skin. Yes, it's only sold around 12,600, but still, I fully believe it's going to go down in price. I fully believe it's going to end up at around $1. I did show you the example of last year where we had a random $3.50 AK-47 skin, and, well, that sold a fairly decent amount. Went all the way down in price, and now it's selling for barely $1. So let's just get a good visual. We have had loads of AK-47 skins come out in 2023, and then I'll scroll down a little bit more. Let's go find that specific AK I was talking about. Kevlar AR, here we are. So this sold for $3.49 last year. At the beginning of June it came out, sold 11,200. It went all the way down to around just barely over $1, which is basically what I normally expect now for all new AK-47 skins that come out. They're going to go all the way down to around $1. So this right here, even though it's selling at $3, wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if it goes all the way down to around $1. So looks like it's going to be a case of, if you really do think it's going to have a decent future ahead of it, by all means offer a little bit more money. But I'm looking at that and I'm immediately thinking 70 cents to 90 cents. It's a bit awkward, isn't it? But I just don't trust AK-47 skins anymore. And you can see how with a lot of these AKs right in front of us here, they're all around $1. They're all around $1 each. Kiss AR's doing all right. There's enough interest in that it's keeping its price up, so we could at least give that a pat on the back. But this isn't super interesting in comparison to all of the other ones. It's not super out there. It's not super colourful. Yeah, even Banger AR, which is fairly colourful, still went down by 50%, so awkward. Very, very awkward. Okay, so with that out of the way, we can now talk about the... Come on. No, not that bit. Go away. We've got the neon carrot door. Sheet metal door. I'll be honest with you, it's a bit laid back. It's not super crazy in terms of design. It's literally just a carrot. A neon carrot to be precise. Guys, I don't look at this and see it as a spring... Okay, let me put it this way. I don't look at it as if it's a Easter skin. It's not like it's got Easter eggs all over it. It's not like it's got the Easter bunny on it. It's literally just a carrot, all right? It's literally just a carrot. So I don't know. I'm weirdly unsure about this one. It's really weird to me. It's goofy. It's straight to the point. It's grounded in design. It's glow in the dark. There's a lot of things you can look at this and think, wow, yeah, this very likely will be pretty good at some point. It hasn't sold that much either. But I just don't know if people want to have a carrot door for their base. It's awkward. I don't know. It's really, really weird. I still think it will go below its rust price. But with the sheer lack of sales and whatnot, that's definitely going to be a very good positive for it in the future. I'm going to sit here and say I probably want to do maybe a $1 buy order, maybe up to maybe around $1.20, maybe 90 cents to $1.20. That's probably what I'll do with that. It's got me curious due to the low sales. And I don't know, maybe people will dress up as a carrot at some point in the future and have carrot doors and use carrot weapons and whatnot. That could very well turn into something goofy at some point in the future. But I just don't see enough people looking at it with the goofy side of things. So, yeah, maybe 90 cents to $1.20. So that's basically everything covered now, isn't it? I said 90 cents to $1.20 here, 90 cents to $1.20 here, and I said 70 cents to 90 cents here. That's all of the abnormals, and not exactly super motivated with them, am I? It's unfortunate, but that is the case, and I already showed you the first week of Easter. The skins don't hold up their value, do they? Holiday-themed skins do not fare well, and it is unfortunate, but that just is the case. The more you are aware of it, the more you are aware that you don't really want to accidentally jump in and, well, you get the idea. So anyway, let us now talk about the skins that will become marketable tomorrow, the regular skins. So let's just get this out of the way. We have the likes of the Carrot Jackhammer. This is the lowest selling Jackhammer skin so far. It has only got 8,600 sales. The closest one to it is the Azul Jackhammer with 12,500 sales. That came out like 2 years ago, and it's steadily kind of increased in price. When times are bad, this will probably go slightly lower than $2, but yeah. The sheer lack of sales could be a great benefit to it. It's just I don't fully know. It's a goofy design. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna drill these rocks with a carrot. Ha ha ha. But is this a good enough indication that people don't care about it with the very low sales, or will people suddenly care about it in the future when there's more people playing, and then it gets bought out and then it suddenly goes up in price? Again, the sheer lack of sales potentially could be a great benefit to it. And we're looking at this with the financial perspective, all right? Trying to figure out where potentially will it end in the future. I, for now, am curious, but not 100% sure. I think I'm going to do 90 cents to $1.20 on this one. That's going to be my current answer. With the Carrot Balaclava and Poncho, sorry, I've got a terrible nose. I'm not sure if I sound like I'm talking properly. I hope I am. But yeah, with the Carrot Balaclava and the Poncho, I see it being very goofy. This is the first Balaclava skin to be accepted after about 6 years. If I just go over to here, yep, we can see that. So, will we see another Balaclava skin being accepted at any point in the future? I don't know. Yes, you can also find Balaclavas fairly easily when you loot stuff, so... do you want to run around dressed up as a carrot? Please answer me. Please answer me. Do you want to run around dressed up as a carrot? Running around with a carrot knife. I mean, if you want to, it's up to you, but it wouldn't surprise me if Bad Trip does end up making more carrot stuff in the future. Bad Trip, of course, being the most successful skin creator in Rust, he has had tons and 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 tons of skins being accepted. So I think my thing's froze now because there's so many to load. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if he pushes to make some more next year. I think people would greatly appreciate it, and I think people would greatly enjoy it. So, what else does he do? Maybe he makes carrot hide. That could be the answer. Yep, carrot hide, probably. All right, so here's my answer. I get the feeling people probably won't be going crazy for it. We're not going to be having anything that could be a catalyst to suddenly jump in and buy out a ton of it, unless you see someone on YouTube using it. I get the feeling maybe it's going to be okay to just do like a 70-cent buy order on either of these. So maybe I'd say 65 cents to 85 cents. That would be my answer for the carrot balaclava and poncho. The poncho also is the lowest selling poncho ever since the arrival of the Arctic camo poncho. You know, the new wave. The new wave of the poncho skins. This has only had 6,500 sales. The closest one to that was the pizza poncho with 10,500 sales. And remember what I said in regards to catalyst for causing the price to go up. After this came out, it wasn't doing super great, but a month later we did see Pizza Hide shirt and pants being submitted and accepted, and it caused the poncho and the bandana it came with to like triple in price and even higher. So unless we see some more carrot stuff in the future, I don't imagine it's going to go crazily up in price, but I kind of wouldn't be surprised if we do see some more carrot stuff for next Easter, 2024. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, 65 cents to 85 cents for the two of these. Easter Doodles LR 300. And in fact, I'm going to group these up as a group of three, all right? So Easter Doodles LR 300, Easter Stone Hatchet, and Easter Stone Pickaxe, all right? All three of these skins have sold a very, very, very low amount. They've only sold around 3,800 sales. This is incredibly low. And this is where I bring up the situation where there are manipulators out there. There are manipulators out there. They are constantly looking for vulnerable skins to attack. Quote-unquote attack. And what do I mean by this? Well, it's very easy to see. Let's go back to January time, because we just saw this earlier when we're looking at skins. The lowest selling, or some of the lowest performing skins that were accepted. And then, yeah, so out of all of this batch of skins, this was the lowest selling skin. Right now it's selling for $9.45. You might think, oh, it's just in demand. No, it's not. With the help of extensions, so yep, let me just point this out. This is the Wasteland Python. If we just go over down to here, as you can see, the buy orders are really weird. By default, most people only see this and they'd think, oh, wow, surely this is in demand. It's not. It's fake. It's manipulators. As you can see, as it starts to go down, you see a sudden drop in prices offered. And then you see the actual buy orders here. So here's all the genuine buy orders. Here are all the people that genuinely put down a proper buy order. And these are all the manipulation buy orders. They've set up, they bought out all the stock on the Steam market, and well, all you need to do is see this, and it's pretty obvious. You can see how it all started. And there's also a much better example where you can see a skin that was bought out simply because it didn't sell that much. And here we are, Reptile Python, 7,500. Yeah, Reptile Python was picked over Leopard Boat. I don't know, but yeah, this is now selling for $18. And do you think this is actually worth $18? Well, let's go take a look at the buy orders again. And what do we see with the buy orders? It just goes immediately down. You see a few batches there, and then suddenly it's down to $1.28 with actual genuine thick buy orders here. And if we look at its price history, wow, that definitely looks like it's legit. Ha 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 ha. Whoop. Yeah, no, this is the manipulators getting a hold of the majority of the quantity, and now they're making it appear as if it's valuable. Either they're buying and selling to each other to make the sales happen to trick third-party sites, or simply by putting up these fake buy orders with no other stock currently in stock. Nobody can sell to them directly, really. They have control to make it appear as if it's valuable. And then at some point in the future, they will trade a whole bunch of skins to third-party sites that think these are worth $18, and they'll grab actual genuine valuable skins and run off of them, and then yeah, that third-party / gambling website has been tricked, and they've just lost valuable skins, because the very second that the manipulators stop supporting this skin, it crashes in price immediately. So that was just a nice quick talk in regards to what potentially could happen with the likes of the Easter Doodles LR, the Easter Stone tools, because they have sold hardly any quantity. You, by default, will sit there and say, right, in terms of a genuine price, what would you offer for all three of these? Well, they're very gimmicky towards Easter. By default, I would sit here and say 70 cents to 90 cents. But there is the curiosity in me that these are very likely going to get manipulated. And we did make a joke about this not too long ago. What was it? Was it like halfway through March? We had the likes of a... certain chemical burn python. Yes, we made a joke about this because this only sold 4,600. We sat here and said, you know what, maybe we should just buy some just to see what happens. And we did do that, didn't we? We jumped in, we bought a bunch. Yep, I got 10 still. And well, the beginnings of it has already happened. Do you see how it's just going do you see that? Do you see how it's just going well, again, we look at the buy orders, and you see how it just kind of is instantly different. Suddenly it's $4 all here, and then you see the buy orders here. Only one buy order is high up, and then it just dramatically drops down to about $1.30, and then, yeah. These are the genuine buy orders, and this is the naughty fake one, so... It is the beginning of a manipulation. We guessed right. That one of the lowest performing skins of the week ended up being manipulated. So which of these three potentially might be attacked in the future? There's hardly any stock. It is very vulnerable. Could we see something goofy happen? Very likely, yes. I've addressed all of this to you. Are you going to make some sneaky, purchases and see what happens in the future? It's up to you. Are you just going to put down a stronger buy order because you feel like you could actually pick these up for a not for $2 price, but maybe you put down a $1.50 price and just see what happens then? It's up to you. It's up to you. Yeah, very weird, very silly, very goofy. In terms of genuine demand, they sold hardly any, so people clearly don't care. But in terms of what could happen, well, do you care now? I talked a lot, didn't I? But there was a lot to address there. I had to show examples. We're in a very weird position. So I will sit here and say, in terms of genuine demand, I'd put down 70 cents to 90 cents. In terms of what potentially could happen, you might want to offer more. The risk is up to you. Only one of these skins is very likely going to get manipulated at some point in the future. Which one, I don't know. It's a coin flip and another, because there's 3 skins here, all selling the same amount. But one of them is going to die. As in, well, two of them are probably going to die, and then one of them is only going to thrive. So, yeah. Super low sales for the egg. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about that. All right, let's put all the skins out of the way. We can discuss the egg suit and the Rustige white egg. So basically, we don't need to buy all of these today, even though they were in the Rust store for 2 weeks. But yeah, as expected, they're not holding up their value, are they? This was a $6.40. This is a $6.49 skin right now, item to be precise, and yeah, it's immediately gone down. The highest buy order only goes up to $5 at the moment, and the highest bulk strong buy order only goes up to $4.25. I've actually bought 3 of these so far for $5 because I needed to buy some for prizes. So yeah, and this right here selling for $10, I believe. There's a lot of these that currently exist. We know for sure there's probably around a few thousand of them. Will the price hold up when Easter is over with? I don't know. Yes, it's goofy. It's creative, it's silly. I think people do want to use it, but will the novelty of it drop off? Will it eventually go down and down and down in price? It's got a lot of buy orders in it. There's a lot of people that generally do want to use it. I just don't think people are going to go crazy for it forever. I don't think it's going to be always staying at $10. We do know there's a lot more of these in comparison to this. So, not fully sure what's going to happen to the likes of the Rustige egg here. But at the moment, SMM can see over 1,000 egg suits currently in circulation, and it can only see around 400 white Rustige eggs in circulation. We shall see what happens in the future. So, if you feel like you want to put an extra buy order down on either of these two, feel free to do so. But again, we don't know what 100% is going to happen. We can only guess. We can look at the past, we can try and build some context, but that's all we can really do. Make a strong guess. That's it. So, that's basically it then, gentlemen. We have 3 abnormals to chase after later. Let us skip ahead and let's go do that. And then, of course, maybe a few more words in regards to what we might see potentially being accepted tomorrow. So, let's skip ahead now. Right then, gentlemen. So, the Buy orders begin now. Here we go. I don't expect them to appear immediately. I don't think there's a lot of interest with these skins this week. Again, we've kind of already discussed that, haven't we? So we might be here for a while. We might be here for a while. Come on. Give us at least one of the skins. Come on. Any second now. Any minute now. Yep. This is intense, isn't it? Oh, the wait. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, how about this one? There we go. Alright. Oh. Oh, fuck. I missed that one. Ah, well. Right, let's skip ahead. Right, gents, so we're back. It's been a few minutes. Let's go take a look at those skins and let's get a good idea of what's likely going to happen with all of them. And we've already given you a good enough insight. Yeah, bulk of the buy orders for this, the Neon Eggs box. Yeah, it's mostly around $1. Don't think it's going to hold up. It's not going to retain its value. It is, unfortunately, very gimmicked towards the Easter event. So, yeah, I don't imagine it's going to hold up. But as I did say, the glow-in-the-dark is still helpful. And, you know, when times are good, this will probably be going up in price next year. There'll be quite a lot of speculative purchases for Easter as well. There's, you know, a decent amount, but I did say this last week. I'm under the impression Easter is the least cared about holiday with Rust skins. The best one is Christmas. So this one, nowhere near like Christmas. So anyway, let's move on to the next one. We have the Neon Character. And again, bulk of the buy orders seems to be around $1. Yeah, this is going to end up being around $1. Yeah, so this isn't going to retain its value either. Very unfortunate, but that is the case. So in the future, will people really appreciate having a carrot door? You never know, we shall see. But yeah, at the moment, in the short term, I don't think it's going to hold up very nicely. So let's see what happens from here on out. And then we have the Dark in the Dark AK. No one trusts this. The vast, all of it, pretty much all of the buy orders, hardly going over $1. Just this one right here. There is this one brave soul who thinks, yes, I will offer more than $1. He's more than allowed to, all right? But we've seen how the trends usually are. It's very easily going to probably go down to around $1 at some point. Think less about, but it's so cool. There's going to be a lot more cool AKs coming out for the rest of this year. It's still only April. You just wait. So those are the free skins. Not that many requests to buy. Yeah, that's basically it. Doesn't sound super optimistic. I'm sorry, but that's the position we're in. So yeah, here we are. This is the position. So tomorrow, we are returning to the regular skins, so get a good look at all of these, because this is the newest top picks that TGG put out yesterday. There's not too many interesting clothing skins, other than the continuation of the Pirate Collection, and, well, of course, the final piece of the Hardsuit Tier 2 collection. So, yeah, right there, final core piece. The Tier 2 is there. I feel like that's probably a guarantee. I hope, fingers crossed, but with the way Hardsuit's just kind of been really quick in terms of being produced and quickly being accepted. Remember, the Tier 3 was an early pick. I get the feeling this is pretty much this is a solid. This is looking pretty good. This is what I'm saying. So we got that on the horizon. Yes, there is the cheese one. Honestly, and someone did bring this up earlier. We have Goofy Week next week. The silly skins, the final week of the month, the final rotation of the month. Maybe a full set of cheese armor probably would be better fit for next week. We shall see. But I honestly think this is what's going to get picked for tomorrow. We do have some very nice Tier 3 armor, but it's yeah, I think that's getting the slot. And then maybe we'll see it with the likes of the Pirate Hide shirt. Maybe this is going to get saved for next week. Probably. That could happen. Maybe we'll see some early picks tomorrow. As in, maybe some of the skins that I showed off in my Rust Workshop skin checks just the other day, maybe some of these skins might potentially be picked. More specifically, if we were going to take a look at the likes of the clothing, if we can just scroll down there fast enough, we've got like the toupee, we've got the furry stuff. But what did I see? More Hardsuit UFO, but UFO is probably going to be better off for the final week of the month, much like what we saw with the Tier 3 armour. So that could happen. You've got Rust vibes there. You've got Tier 3 armour. Bare Bones has now moved into armour stuff. So maybe we'll see some of this potentially as an early pick. Or maybe it's only going to be from all of the all of the skins from the top picks, which is a trend that we have seen. We've got Abyss large box there. Wouldn't be surprised if that gets picked. We've also got the likes of the Locker from Hell. Wouldn't be surprised if that gets picked. There's a lot of very interesting skins. Loads of interesting continuations of collections. It's a matter of if, or maybe, or possibly. I'd like to see the No Mercy revolver be accepted. We haven't had a revolver accepted so far this year, and revolvers, very good investments. So it's also part of the No Mercy collection. I'd like to see that continue a little bit more as well. So yeah, it's all in the pipeline. What do you reckon might potentially be accepted? What are you looking forward to being accepted? What would you hope mostly to see potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment if you want. But yeah, that's all potentially for tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be another week of 12 skins. Maybe we're going to go back to 8 skins. We don't know. It's all a surprise. So with that, let's see how everything turns out. Let's see how the skins behave tomorrow. What potentially will be on the front page. Oh, look, we've got 2 manipulations currently going on right there on the front page. How lovely. So yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regular skins to chase after tomorrow. Are you going to make the jump and probably buy out a few of these, considering that they potentially might be manipulated? There's no guarantees for anything, but we shall see. Best of luck to all of you tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Let's see what gets picked. And yeah, look forward to it, I guess. Have a lovely sleep. Catch you later. Bye.